Welcome. In this edition of Yojana August, we would discuss India's history from some of the unsung heroes, and definitely this is a very important section. Just download it from the current affairs section on Examrace, where we upload the summaries, and this is extremely important for your upcoming prelims examination 2025. So make sure that you go through it very carefully. So the instance starts from cellular jail. Now Archibald Blair was at that time the in charge, and it was believed that during his time he appointed David Barre as the person to look after the cellular jail, and it was a reign of terror under Barre. So Archibald Blair, therefore the name was Port Blair on his name, and the name has now been changed to Sri Vijayapuram because it was one of the major Chola naval bases of India. Now the people who were brought as prisoners here were assigned as Class D or PI badges, which is dangerous or permanently incarcerated, and they were revolutionary freedom fighters from across India. Now in the beginning, the first strike was made where Nanda Gopal was being forced to work. He demanded that he was not idle when he was eating, but even then Barre insisted that he should actually go for work. He was punished for breaking the rules, and he was punished very harshly. Even during the rest periods, the prisoners were made to work. They were made to work like bullocks around the oil fields, and this was again one of the things that had brought in a huge resentment. Nanda Gopal remained on a reduced diet, and but still was fighting for his standing. But there have been various compromises by various prisoners and revolutionary leaders at that time in cellular jail, which ultimately led to the revolutionary change in the system. So what happened in 1912? This was a virtual hell because it was Indu Bhushan Roy who took his life on 28th of April 1912. However, the people were not allowed to meet so that there could not be any agitation against the British government, and they were disillusioned. The punishment was very harsh. The conditions were very harsh. They were asked to keep nearly 30 pounds of weight on their back and move dawn to dusk. So this was the kind of life that they were fighting for, and they were actually not allowed to communicate between them so that there could be no opposition against the British, no voice that could be raised. So while a bullock could produce nearly 16 pounds of mustard seed oil, prisoners were forced to produce nearly 30 pounds of coconut oil, and therefore their treatment were extremely harsh. Even if they were not following the rules, electric shocks were given. There was a second general strike which happened after the suicide of Indu Bhushan and Ulaskar, and this was on issues regarding proper food, the hard labor conditions, and freedom to associate with other colleagues. However, the strike concluded after a political prisoners were granted some relief. They were allowed to receive books, permitted to sit together, but they were instructed not to engage in any kind of strikes or lockouts. But still, the conditions were extremely harsh for them to stay. Now, there was a period where he left for the meanwhile, but he returned back, and when he returned back, the situation again worsened out because his abuses and humiliations were beyond control. Some of the figures who were in cages for years included Master Chhattar Singh, Amar Singh, Jwala Singh, and Lal Singh. Ram Rakha Sasoli was involved in the second Mandale conspiracy case, and his sentence to Andaman was in 1917. His Janeu was also removed, and he went on a hunger strike until death. Now, following this, Barre was revengeful of the prisoners there. After the arrival, Padmanand Jhansi refused to work in Kholu, and therefore there was another resentment that Barre had. With this persistent resentment, there were major solitary confinements that were done to the revolutionaries, and harsh treatments with lashes and lacerations that were seen on their body. Now, what was important to understand that post 1917 the authority of Barry actually diminished, because he was no further the self-proclaimed god of Port Blair, and he was merely a piece of stone. And this dramatic change in his life brought him ill, and he was granted leave. He boarded the ship and later died on the Indian mainland itself. However, his end was the time where cellular jail was shut down and all remaining prisoners were transferred to the mainland by 1921. Now, another important development was Rani Abaka. Rani Abaka's development and her sacrifices have been really important. Her commitment for irrigation, public works have been very, very important, and her governance model to bring in or remove any caste and religious differences have been extremely important. So from the time of Greek to British rule, there had been reputed invasions which disrupted the stability of the mainland, and with the arrival of Europeans, the India's economic and political situation was worstly affected. Now, Tulunadu was one of the critical gateways in Karnataka. It was located on the northern part of coastal Kerala, and there were significant sea routes and upheavals. So Alupa dynasty was one of the ancient dynasties which governed the regions of Tulunadu for many thousands of years, and later on this was under the control of Vijayanagar. It shifted under various smaller dynasties, nearly 14 smaller dynasties. The name of those have been given here, so you can just go through the list here. Also, it was important to understand that this minor rulers were actually involved in frequent wars and conflicts, and they were selling permits for ships entering into the sea and imposing taxes on the crops which were grown. So what happened with the arrival of Portuguese? The Chothwas ruled the regions from Ullahat and Puttuji were the feudatories of Vijayanagar Empire. Now, Abaka's rule was very, very important because she brought in rapid developments in the coastal areas, and it was a golden era in the coastal area under her rule. So, she along with her husband were supporting the cause. However, later on there were differences with her husband, and she returned to Ulala, where she with her children assumed the throne which was inherited by her mother under the Aliya Kattu system. And then she was considered as one of the very brave heroes. With minimal protection, she was captured by the Baga's kingmen, who approached her from another boat while she was traveling on a boat in a river. Now, the Italian traveler Pietro delle Valle has talked about the appearance of Abaka, and very, very important, and the fact that she holds immense respect and authority. Her works for irrigation have been highly important. She removed any caste or any kind of caste and religious differences, and her developments have been deeply cited by this Italian author. Now, India's strategic engagement with the South China Sea have been important. Now, this we have covered in the section on international relations. Highly important how the geopolitical conflict has affected the South China Sea and the issues relating to that. But coming on to one of the important developments was in Gujarat. So, Waghehars of the Okha Mandal symbolized the resistance against the British rule. So, it was not just Mahatma Gandhi or Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, but efforts of Vasantrao Hetije, Rajab Ali Lakhani, Hasna Mehta have been important in the history of Gujarat. Now, what happened? Bhet Dwarka was seized by East India Company, was under the control, and the rebellion is spread under Mulu Manek and Jodha Manek, who were the main leaders of Waghehars, who tried to move out Britishers from the region of Okha. Their efforts have been important to recapture Bhet Dwarka and the fort Bhet Dwarka. Then there was a very important story from Ranchod Lal Chota Lal. Ranchod Lal Chota Lal's development and contribution have been important for establishment of the Ahmedabad mills, which was one of the major satyagrahas of Mahatma Gandhi later on. Now what happened, he was one of the persons in the assistant collector of customs in Ahmedabad with a salary of only 10 rupees. Later on was promoted to the principal native revenue officer at a salary of 75. However, he was later further promoted, but he left the situation and founded the Ahmedabad Spinning and Weaving Company, which was one of the major bases which thrived Ahmedabad, and Ahmedabad was called as the Manchester of East, with nearly 62 mills in 1916. So development under Ranchhodlal Chotalal have been really important, unsung hero again, and he has been very influential in bringing in developments in the region of Ahmedabad. The next is Hasna Mehta and the contribution to Surat. So Hasna Mehta, she was one of the major laureates who did her degree in philosophy, and she was highly transformative with Sarojini Naidu when she met her in England and joined Mahatma Gandhi in the freedom movement. She was one of the 15 women to be part of the Constituent Assembly of India. So role of Hasna Mehta, and she was again one of the 2 delegates of the group who advocated inclusive language in Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She focused that it's not just that all men are born free and equal, but it is all human are born free and equal, and there should be no discrimination based on gender between men and women. So with her developments, Gujarat actually was inspired on women empowerment front. The next was Jambudeep Proclamation. So in 1801, Chinna Marudu Pandiyar was one of the rulers who assisted the help from Portuguese, Dutch and French against East India Company. Then it was mainly the region of Travancore, Pudukkottai and Ityapuram which was in conflict, and this was one of the major areas that had to be checked in. Now the twin cities of Srirangapatnam, the reign of Hyder Ali, the contribution of Hyder Ali have been important, and it was the Virupakshi mountain. So nearly 8 years of exile in Virupakshi mountain, Queen Velu Naicher supported the cause of Gopal Naikar and Hyder Ali's son-in-law, and finally recaptured the regions of Shivaganga. So this was again from the Arcot Nawab, and who was the agent of East India Company, and this rule was resumed under India. So again a very important contribution that we see. This war against Britishers was indeed an important war, and we have seen the history in detail for the same. The next was the freedom movement in Bengal. So at the partition of Bengal 1905 under Lord Curzon, there was an anti-partition movement which raised the voice for Swadeshi. Yugantar was one of the major newspapers which talked about which was named as the first and the most dangerous revolutionary newspapers in Kolkata. The idea was not only to awaken public consciousness but also to develop future revolutionary efforts in India. So after the 1857 revolt, there were many efforts that we have seen. We have covered this in our comprehensive lectures on Indian history that are available on Doorstep Tutor, so you can refer that for more detail. But the idea here was the Plague Commissioner Charles Rand was the one who was beginning a stage of armed struggle. There were ideological differences that were brought in. Muzaffarnagar incident took place. Then there were the killing that took place, the imprisonment to cellular jail. Bareen and Ullas Sagar Dutt were important. So Bareen, who was the Bareen Ghosh, younger brother of Aurobindo Ghosh, and his history has been important. So one of the brothers was Mono Mohan Ghosh as well, and he was one of the youngest of the 5 siblings, born and brought up in England. When they returned to India, he lived with his maternal grandparents for a while in Devgarh, and then with Baroda under Gaikwads, where Aurobindo Ghosh was staying during that time. Bareen returned to Kolkata, and along with Jatindranath Banerjee was engaged with Anushilan Samiti, and his works for Anushilan Samiti are important. Yugantar, the paper of undiluted armed revolution, was really important, and it was the most pernicious revolutionary papers of Kolkata. Now along with Yugantar, Sandhya, founded by Brahmaband Upadhyay, Bande Mataram, founded by Bipin Chandra Pal, later by Aurobindo Ghosh, who edited it, received charges of sedition. So there were rigorous imprisonments that were held. Yugantar group's effort under Bareen Ghosh have been very, very important, and it was his idea that the sacrifice of 18-year-old Khudiram and Prafulla Chaki became popular throughout the country, with numerous songs and poems for freedom struggle being promoted across India. Now, cinema also played an important role during that time. Cinemas and movies on Shivaji Maharaj, Rani Lakshmibai, Sant Tukaram, Duniya Ne Mana were some of the things which promoted cultural heritage and revolutionary feeling among the common people. India's language contribution was again important. So India's freedom movement was not a single straightforward uniform social movement, but it was a movement which was brought by general public as well as the well-read scholars across the country. And this was one of the reasons that poem, songs, literature played a very important role, with people uniting, coming in one shadow and bringing in the same voice again and again. So the contribution of Shiv Sharanas, then Sant Kabir are important. Then the contribution of Bhakti movement, the efforts of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, the idea of doing Shivaji festival, Ganesh Pujan or Ganesh festival in Maharashtra, then in Karnataka, in Telangana, the various local leaders were activated. Similarly, the efforts of Subramanya Bharti in Tamil Nadu, the Gujarati efforts by Mahatma Gandhi, Umashankar Joshi have been important. In Bengal, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Rabindranath Tagore, Qazi Nazrul have been important leaders who had brought in important things for the people. Now, Mahatma Gandhi and his contribution, we have covered extensive coverage of Mahatma Gandhi in our history lectures, so just go back and refer that. But yes, his writings in Navjivan and Young India had been very influential. Similar to the writings and the works of Marx, Gandhi's writing was a testament to the history and the literature of India. The next issue that we would focus on is the TB Mukt Bharat. TB is considered as one of the most deadliest disease and most infectious diseases in India. So checking against TB has been really important. In 2020, it was believed by WHO that 19 lakh cases are linked to undernutrition. A lot of them linked to HIV, alcohol abuse, diabetes, and smoking as well. And 30 countries account for 87% of TB cases, of which India represents the largest share at 27%, followed by Indonesia at 10%. So some of the symptoms of tuberculosis are being marked here. 1 lakh plus Ni Akshay Mitra is to provide additional support and coverage. Now again, what are the initiatives that have been done? The government is trying to eliminate tuberculosis by 2025, 5 years ahead of the global target. The idea is to bring in all the agencies to work for persistently removing diagnosis and even vaccination for adults. Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan had been started in September 2022, and the goal was to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal to target for tuberculosis elimination by 2025. It has been considered as one of the major corporate social responsibility of the many companies as well. The patient load and the Nishkray Mitra Samitis, their contribution, the live tickers from the national database have been here. There have been many active case and active case finding campaigns which have been running. Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra TB screening is again one such effort which has been remarkable in this line. Mukt Panchayat Abhiyan, TB Mukt Panchayat Abhiyan, to empower local panchayats and recognize them for eliminating tuberculosis cases have been important. Again, upskilling the microscopy centers, the digital infrastructure, launching the subnational disease-free certification to track the eradication of tuberculosis have been important. Karnataka has already received the silver award. Jammu Kashmir has received a bronze award, and the same approach has been going on to other areas to reduce the TB incidence. 80% incidence reduction has been seen in Lakshadweep and Badgam in Jammu and Kashmir, which becomes the first union territories to do so. Now G20 and its government's effort have been important to align with India's goal to fight for tuberculosis. The India's involvement in South China Sea, we have already talked about how this trade route is strategic, links to Strait of Malacca, which is nearly a $3 trillion trade pass, which connects the Indian Ocean to South China Sea, and therefore 80% of the trade depends on the sea line communication that it leads to. So if there is a dispute, it would have it would have a adverse effect on India's strategic interest, and therefore checking that has been important. The next is Kerala's Gandhi, which is K. Kelappan. His distinguished contribution has been important. He was known as one of the major social activists, administrator, thinker, educator, and reformer, and his contribution as Nair Service Society, founded in 1914, has been important. Under the guidance of his fellow Mannath Padmanabhan, the Kerala's struggle and the regional movements in Kerala had been started under this. So G. P. Pillai was the editor of Madras Standard, and he was the first Kerala-based leader to start the civil rights movement in Travancore. Similar movements against the oppressive caste system was started. Mahatma Gandhi visited Kerala 5 times, and every time he brought in significant changes in 3 provinces of Travancore, Cochin, and Malabar, uniting people across all the social classes, and the effort under the local leaders have been important. Also, the salt marches were done in Kerala. Salt Satyagraha, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, had an important effect, and Payanur in Malabar was a major site for salt Satyagraha in the region. There were developments under Kelappan which were seen in the regions of Kerala. Quit India movement, during that time the role of Kelappan was very, very important. He was arrested in 1942 during the Quit India movement and remained till 1945. Now, the unification of Malayali speaking people in this region has been attributed to him. He presided over the Akia Kerala conference, which was again one of the major conferences to unite the areas. He was considered as the first Satyagrahi from Kerala to participate in Mahatma Gandhi's individual Satyagraha. He was considered as the hero of Vaikom and Guruvayur Satyagrahas as well. And after the independence, he parted away from the Congress, joined the Kisan Majumdar Praja Party, and he was elected president. He was elected to the parliament representing the Punani Lok Sabha constituency. His efforts have been really important. The mission works that have been done under him include the establishment of rural institutions, educational institutions, the Kelappi College for Agricultural and Engineering, KCAET, which is one of the major government colleges in Kerala for agricultural engineering. Again, his works for Swadeshi movement have been important. Similarly, Gandhiji's impact on the freedom struggle in the regions of Telugu have been important. Dr. Bhoga Raju Pattapi Sitaramayya's work entitled Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi in Andhra Bharati talked about the achievements of his work, protests in South Africa and the South African movement. So the developments in the region have again been important, and is a story about how the Natal Indian Conference in South Africa was one of the major testing grounds for the Satyagraha philosophy. Similarly, there was another important movement which was the Chirala Perala movement. Now, Chirala Perala movement was in the Guntur district, which was where the municipality was to increase the revenue from 4,000 to 40,000 annually. And with Gandhiji's advice, the Chirala movement came into power, and there was a new settlement known as Ramnagar being established. Purali Satyagraha of Palnadu was again important. So, farmers were using forest resources and grazing livestock in the region here, and this was one of the areas where government arrested the Hanumathu many a times for the offers to as he offered to make him Jamindar for 45 villages in the Dugri region, but he refused the offer. Now, similarly, there was another important movement which was known as Peda Nandi Padu no tax movement, and this was one of the important movements that took place along with the help of many leaders. Then we also talk about on the death of Kasturba Gandhi, where the ashram was left and upliftment of women was focused. Similarly, the events from the revolutionary side were going on parallel, and all these together were responsible for ultimately the freedom struggle and India's independence. So that was for this edition. The handouts would be available at Examrace Current Affairs. Do download, highly important for your upcoming prelims examination. This edition is extensively important to cover your history, specifically the unsung heroes. So make sure you don't miss those. Thanks for joining in.